aloe's got kind of the same way. It'll dry you out. Oh, thank you, RACHNA 888. Thank you, sweetheart. You're awesome too. This is Chet. I'm sorry about the tumor, Chet. Sorry about the tumor. I've got so many things I could show you, because when you guys, a lot of you are becoming great healers and really getting this down. So then we play with the nasty stuff, because basically, we're janitors. We're physical janitors. We're the ones that have to come in and clean up the mess. Everybody else is treating symptoms. But we know the facts and reality, so we're the ones that have to come in and clean up the mess. After they've been traveling around the world, going to all these high-priced docs, taking all these supplements, doing all this thing, they finally come in here, and we got to roll up their sleeves and our sleeves and clean them out. We're glorified janitors. That's what I tell them. I'm just a glorified janitor. Oh, you guys like Coco. And I love your dog here, too, Anna Maria. A cute little dog. You put those two together. Yeah, Coco's funny. Love the spiritual. Oh, thank you. Dan, I love your new icon here. That's beautiful. Yeah, I've seen that before. That's pretty cool. Look at all the colors. Kind of like a, what do you call those things? You like the Alan Watts? It's been a lot of years since I read Alan Watts, but, he was a more modern philosopher, if you kind of want to call him that, when you look at this, you're trying to find reality. You're going to go through philosophies and, all the different branches of religions and spiritual teachings and metaphysics and stuff like that. You're looking for answers. You're looking for the truth. What's funny is you are the truth. You're the living truth. But we tend to always look outside of ourselves for the answers. And yet you're the answer. And you're the only doorway you're going to find God at. The only one. No one else. You can't find it through other people. I can show you the direction. Other people can show you the directions. But you're the doorway. Hey, Dr. Morse, I must be disconnected, because the first thing I do to switch on the phone. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. This is NYXS60. Thank you, sweetheart. We got a very fine channel here. The Facebook site, Shannon was telling that, and got a little present for you guys. But good work. Owen, my friend, I don't know what to say about the fruit and the teeth. I never had that problem. I have just hundreds and hundreds of people around the world on fruit, and I don't. Once in a while, we see someone, and I have to tell you, I think, Owen, it's just the same thing about hair and nails and everything else. When your tissues are weak and you go on these high cleansing diets, it's possible the body strips it down and gets rid of it. I'd say this: if a person's having trouble with fruit and teeth, back down and slow up and go to the vegetable and green drinks for a while, power up on that parathyroid. The problem is getting the lymph cleaned in here, because that's where the problem is, breaking down the teeth. I've just never seen in a healthy condition of teeth that happening. And I think it's just reflective of weak teeth and, just a heavy lymphatic involvement, all in the mouth, in the jaws and the teeth. Remember, it's just a bunch of cells. Even teeth is just a bunch of cells, and the lymph. I will say this: I really think that due to the nature of the way we pick our fruit, unripe, and the way we grow our fruits, where we pump these trees with high nitrogen fertilizers to get the yield, I think we've literally destroyed the fruit, in a lot of ways made them more acidic. When you have a real ripe alkaline fruit, you just don't have any acid feeling to it at all. And I think this also is part of the problem. I never recommend pineapple anymore unless it's picked off the plant. There's so much problems with those acids, especially if you're in a lot of pain. So yeah, we do have problems at that level. and hopefully, the future will change all that. So on our road to become awakened up more as frugivores, we're going to have to keep with that vegetable balance for a while and green drinks for a while. But I just talked to a YouTuber yesterday, and this guy got the trouble I tried to tell you all about. Too much energy. He's got way too much energy. Doesn't know what to do with it all. So he has to bring himself down a little bit, and that's what I was describing to you guys. Hard to judge. I can't, I can't blame him for cheating. Matter of fact, I told you that's what happened to me. I had to come down off of it. You just, those of you that are going to push this all the way, you're going to see that, but it'll make you great healers, because then you'll be more compassionate when people don't eat perfectly. And you got to have that compassion for that, because this can get extremely energetic. I'm telling you, I never have a problem with energy. That's the problem. You can get too much to where it's like, okay, what world am I in? So I don't know what else to say about that. But I think right on the limp that definitely deals with the acid. I think people already have that weakness in there. Let's see here. One lady came at the hospital with her legs all swollen. Oh, we were talking about this earlier, all swollen and painful. The doctor said it was lymphedema, and they gave her antibiotics. Huh. Yeah, interesting. The edema went down after the antibiotics. What exactly happened in this body? Why the edema went down? Take a look at the herbs, and you will see that herbs have many actions to them. One herb can have 4 or 5 actions. From being astringent to hemostatics to whatever. There's all levels of actions to herbs. And adaptogens to all kinds. There's all kinds of levels that herbs have to them, actions and indications. And I've tried to write a lot of them out for you in some of our, I don't know where we stand with that, but I had a manual for practitioners. And in that manual, you had, and maybe we'll have it. I don't know where Jennifer is on that manual right now. We used to sell them at our schools, and you could buy them through the pharmacy here. But they were in-depth manuals of the herbs, the actions, the indications, etc., etc., etc. It is definitely for more practitioners. We had protocols in it, and we wanted to really refine that book. It costs about $35 for that book, and I think we make a $5 profit. But it's just an in-depth look with the actions. Drugs the same way. So if you'll notice on antibiotics, they're very lymphatic suppressors. Also, you see a lot of adrenal suppression with these. A lot of them are the sulfur ones, and they really just suppress lymph drainage. And so, any action like that can make the edema come out. You can even probably have an antibiotic with some diuretic properties in it. When you're a chemist thinking different ways, they're thinking different ways as well as I am in terms of making a formula. And so they're looking for different actions that they want that to take place with that particular pharmaceutical. But the problem is that they have such a great variety of herbs and homeopathics that they can use that doesn't have the side effects. It's not worth taking a drug that has a certain kill ratio to it. There's no acceptable kill ratio to anything. We've learned to live with that, and the FDA, of course, learned. That's big business to them. They make a lot of money for the government through pharmaceuticals. Government makes a lot of money here, and they've just lost sight of of who they're for, who they're supposed to be for. Matter of fact, I think the FDA's even admitted that pharmaceutical companies are their business, and that they're not truly a consumer protection agency. There's been a lot of FDA whistleblowers out there. Thank God there's honest people and souls on this planet willing to come forth in these situations. So there's been a lot of whistleblowers to the FDA that's literally just pretty much said that, you've got a very narcissistic, capitalistic type of thinking group that's about making money for the government. The government is just now stealing people's properties. This government is just money hungry. They've overspent. They don't want to admit it. They don't want to focus on it. And so this is what happens. So these actions and indications, you just have to see those things. In reality, she just stepped herself backwards. And that lymphedema will come back this time with a little more vengeance. And each time with a little more vengeance. That's a residual kick of suppression. and and she's going to continue to lose her kidneys. And that's all what's going on here. She's working toward kidney failure. And that's obvious. They should have told her. And they give someone like antibiotics that they know are heading into kidney failure. And wait a minute. If they don't understand the lymph system, but yet they know that it's lymphedema with the swollen legs, but then they know that when you have that, you're in kidney failure. Is that not like adding 1, 2 together, 1 and 1, or 2 and 2? Nah, maybe not. I don't know. This is Lou Corona. $1,000 a day. Wow, that's unreal. I don't know where people are making this kind of money with people ripping people off for these large sums of money. I want to leave this planet, not be karmically tied back to it. You know, I try to always be beyond fair, always, because good karma is better than bad. Let me tell you, I don't need any more of the negative side. Not worth it. Plus, that's not how you treat God. You've got muscle tremors, trouble swallowing at times, drooling at night. Wow. Watery left eye. So you're really acidic. You're really not moving lymph well. Your eyes are a port, so you're going to ooze out the eyes. You notice that dogs like Coco and other dogs like the poodle here, they ooze out their eyes. That's because they have kidney weaknesses. Most dogs, we've talked about this before, most canines have kidney weakness, part of the breeding line of dogs, I guess. But you especially see it when they ooze out the eyes, so they don't have sweat glands. If their kidneys don't keep up with that, they'll pop little tumors on the skin, they'll ooze from the eyes, stuff like that. Same type of thing. But here also is a neurological component. You're getting tremors here, and that's a neurological component. So you're highly acidic, your lymph isn't moving, and you're breaking down your nervous system there. You might even be losing calcium to a rate to where you're spasming here. You always want to check the spine, of course, but in reality, the lymph pulls the spine out, blah, 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 blah. So you can have a chiropractor check all the upper C's and upper T's at the same time. You want to get into your kidneys and move lymph. I also would use upper circulation and brain and nerve, just in case you have any brain lesions or anything going on here where you're post-stroke, you're palsying, that sort of thing. Definitely get on that new brain and nerve formula, but at the same time, move those lymphs, get the kidneys, get the bowels cleaned up, start going in that direction and get out of some of these things, because what I see here, and sometimes slurred speech, this leads to nothing good, my friend. This is Express Tax Biz. Oh, tax. Anyway, you were a type 2 diabetic, which you got rid of. That's the adrenals, of course. That's your clue to your kidneys and then your lymph system here. But you want to definitely get up there, hit those adrenals too. You want to build the autonomic, but you also want to get up in the CNS. So the new brain and nerve, upper circulation, added to the pile of getting the kidneys, the lymph, and the bowels cleaned up, because you don't want to have, you look like you're a stroke ready to happen, or have had some mini TIAs and not aware of it. So you really want to turn this all around, my friend. Okay? Real important for you, okay? Betty Boobop. I love that name.